You don't have to learn hypnosis as if it's a foreign thing. You've been doing it since you were a child. Every time you looked at someone and they started to mirror your breathing, every time your tone softened and someone's shoulders dropped, every time you told a story and felt the room fall silent, that was hypnosis happening through you. It's like gravity. You don't invent it. You notice it. And once you notice it, you can play with it. Attention is the first base. Think of it like light. Where it shines, things grow. Where it's absent, they fade. When you fix your attention on someone with genuine curiosity, you're already shifting their state. Neuroscience calls it interpersonal attunement. Two nervous systems synchronizing through microsignals of gaze, tone, rhythm. Spiritually, it's the soul saying, I see you. Practically, it's the first lever of hypnosis. Intensity, the second base. Intensity is the volume knob of emotion. You know how to use it instinctively. When you whisper, people lean in. When you speak with conviction, they straighten. Your body modulates energy. Their body mirrors it. That's not manipulation, that's resonance. It's the physics of empathy. Dissociation, the third base. Think of every time someone gets lost in a movie, or you lose yourself in a task and forget the clock. That drift between awareness of self and absorption in experience is dissociation. The space where imagination writes new code. It's what allows change to sneak past the gatekeeper of logic. In science, it's called transient hypofrontality. The prefrontal cortex quiets. Creativity wakes. In art, it's flow. In hypnosis, it's the door to transformation. Meaning, the home plate. What holds it all together is meaning. If attention is light and intensity is heat, meaning is the soil. Without it, nothing takes root. When your words touch something personally significant, a value, a dream, a wound, the subconscious opens its hands and says, all right, I'll listen. That's the whole field. Attention, intensity, dissociation, meaning. Stir them together. You've got the chemistry of trance. And you don't force it. You cultivate it. You already hypnotize people when you comfort a friend. You lower your tone, slow your speech, and their breathing follows. You already hypnotize when you tell a child a bedtime story. Your voice paints a world. Their eyelids grow heavy. Their mind learns through metaphor. You already hypnotize when you persuade yourself, I can do this. I've done harder things before. That's self-suggestion, reframing, neural rehearsal. Science calls it neuroplasticity. Spirit calls it faith in motion. Once you see that every conversation is a trance field, you start choosing your words like seeds. You notice when you're planting weeds, complaints, doubts, fears. And when you're planting oaks, confidence, courage, clarity. Pacing and leading becomes simple. Start where they are. Speak their language. Then tilt the map toward a better horizon. You validate their present reality so completely that they trust you when you suggest a new one. That's rapport, not trickery, alignment. Yes, there's fear. Fear of power, fear of misinterpretation, fear of being seen as manipulative. But the truth is, you already influence every day. The question isn't whether you influence, It's how consciously you do it. If you refuse to use your natural hypnotic influence, others will use theirs on you. Advertising, politics, social media. They already are. Awareness is the antidote. Neuroscience says what you imagine fires the same neural circuits as what you do. So imagination is rehearsal, not fantasy. Every time you picture yourself calm, competent, centered, you strengthen those neural pathways. Karma says what you project comes back magnified. Influence responsibility. You amplify harmony. Manipulate selfishly. You breed distrust that poisons your own well. Cause and effect, simple physics of mind and heart. Hypnosis is less like a medical procedure and more like jazz. You learn scales, language patterns, pacing, leading, so you can forget them and improvise. You meet people where they are, and together you create a state that didn't exist before. You're part scientist, testing what works, part artist, shaping meaning, part priest, holding sacred space for transformation. So let this settle. You already know how to do this. All that's left is to notice it, refine it, and own it. Let your attention become a gift, your intensity a tool, your dissociation a bridge, your meaning the compass. When you speak, speak as if words are spells, because they are. When you listen, listen as if silence is holy, because it is. When you influence, influence with intent to awaken, because that is the only kind that endures. And somewhere inside you now, a small click of understanding happens. A part of you says, oh, I've been doing this all along. And from now on, every breath, every story, every glance reminds you. You're the hypnotist of your own world. And the world responds accordingly.